What's going on, guys? I'm Entity Maze, here with a discussion video on the preview for the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Moon anime Ula'Ula Island arc. The first episode of this arc will air specifically on May 3rd. If you want to watch the preview first, I'll link it in the description below. But with that intro now said though, let's jump right into this discussion. So, how I'm going to do this discussion is by breaking down each scene within the preview we got, then giving my thoughts and theories straight after. So, the first scene we see within the preview is Ash and his Pokemon on a boat, which this of course must be the boat that's heading to Ula'Ula Island, which I'm sure we all can agree that the reason why they are going to this island is of course so Ash can do his next island challenge and for the Pokemon School to learn some new lessons, much like they did in the Acerola Island arc. It's that obvious. But bruh, I just want to say now that I'm so hyped that this arc is finally happening. It's nearly been 1 year since they last visited an island for an island challenge. Now, yes, Alola is small, hence why the pacing is how it is, and I don't mind that whatsoever, but I guess I've just been so impatient because I know for a fact this island arc will deliver on some awesome action, much like the Acerola Island arc did. Like, some of my all-time favourite Sun and Moon episodes come from Acerola Island. In fact, if you haven't seen yet, be sure to check out my top 5 best Sun and Moon episodes from Season 1 after this video, and you will see how madly in love I was with the Acerola Island arc due to 2 of the episodes on that list coming from that arc. So overall what I'm trying to say is that this arc will make me go full Pokemon anime fanboy once again. The battles are just so great within this series too. Regardless, I've rambled on a bit too much there, so let's now move on to the next scene, which is a load of Meowths hauled in one room. Now, if you played the Generation 7 games, you will know that this location is actually Nanu's police station house that he shares with many of his Meowths. So that must be the same case for this scene here. And it's quite funny to see animated. Kinda reminds me of my mum's house too. Regardless, as stated by the episode 74 summary though, aka the episode where Ash arrives on Ula'Ula Island, he is in Nanu's house because he is trying to find Nanu. And I guess he does, because after a Team Rocket scene, we get this scene of Nanu talking, which the background looks like his house. So yeah, that was easy to analyze. But regarding that Team Rocket scene we just skipped, I guess that Gengar belongs to Acerola, aka the trial captain of the Mega Thrifty Mark trial, due to her being a ghost type trainer, and it seems like this Gengar will play a huge role in episode 73, due to that episode's preview having a big focus on the Pokemon. By the way, I'm not going to do a discussion on that preview due to how hard it is to analyze that preview. But that episode will be the episode where Team Rocket get a Z-Ring from Nanu and might learn how to perform the Dark-type Z-move due to Nanu being an expert in Dark-type Pokemon and being the kahuna of Ula'Ula Island. So, that's really awesome. It makes Team Rocket an actual threat too once they learn this Z-move. I gotta say too, I love how they are treating Team Rocket in this series. It's really nice. They ain't just there for comedy and useless scenes. The creators are giving them an actual importance. Like, that's really cool. They did this in the Black and White series too, which I really liked. So, I gotta thank you Pokemon creators. Thank you for making Team Rocket have an actual purpose. Moving on to the next scene though, and probably the best scene within the entire preview, we see Ash and his Lycanroc battle Nanu and his Crocodile, which gets me super excited. I cannot wait for that battle. It's bound to be cool. My theory on that battle though is that it could maybe be the grand trial, and I'm confident that Ash will lose it. And why I think that is because Ash loses against the gym leader at least once or twice within the series, and we haven't seen that happen yet against a totem Pokemon or a kahuna, which basically is the Sun and Moon gym concept. I really feel like it's bound to happen. What do you guys think though? Vote in the poll shown on the iCard. One other thing to back up my claim though is that Lycanroc is weak to ground type moves, which Crocodile is a ground type. So yeah. In fact, most of Ash's Alola team is weak to ground, so he needs to find a way to beat this ground type. There's always Rowlet, but I feel like if there is to be a rematch, if he actually loses, that he would use Lycanroc again so he can get revenge. We've seen this happen many times before in the anime. One example I can think of on the top of my head is Greninja and Abomasnow in the Wolfric Gym battle. Anyway, that's all I have to say for that scene. So the next scene we see is Ash and Rotom meeting Acerola's Mimikyu. Now, originally when we got a low quality version of the Ultra Guardian Arc poster, we all thought Acerola's Mimikyu was shiny due to it having a similar colour to its game Shiny. However, it has stitches here that goes from its shiny colour to its normal colour. So maybe its original colour rag got broken a bit and the only other colour available was grey, so Acerola and Mimikyu decided to use that, or they just wanted to change the rag up overall. That's the only explanations I can think of for why there's stitches there going from one colour to another. And if that's actually the case, I don't mind, it's unique. And as we've seen from episode 38, it is possible for Mimikyu to change rags. As for Rotom freaking out in this scene though, I guess he thought it was a shiny Mimikyu at first, however he then realised the stitches, or he's confused to why it looks how it does. Finally, for this scene though, you know I've got to say this, Acerola is looking damn cute, the second best Pokegirl from the Generation 7 games. And I guess Moon. Of course, Lily will always be number one in my heart. Moving on though, we then see a scene of Tapu Bulu, and I have no idea what purpose it could serve in this arc, but they gave Tapu Koko and Tapu Lily a nice big focus for each island, so I'm looking forward to see what the anime creators do with Tapu Bulu here. In fact, what if the gang visits the desert where Tapu Bulu lives in its ruins? That'd be cool, and it would make sense why Tapu Bulu is in this preview and the arc. Anyway, moving on from that scene, we then see a scene that is absolutely amazing. Jessie and Mimikyu using Mimikyu's exclusive Z move from the games. You can tell it's the exclusive Z move due to the logo shown at the start. And yo, that's so hype! And I guess Team Rocket will share the Z ring due to Jessie wearing the Z ring that James received from Nanu in episode 73. So it seems like they will share it with James using the Dark type Z move with Marini, while Jessie uses this Mimikyu Z move with, of course, Mimikyu. I feel like this would cause the duo to fight over the Z ring at times too though. We shall soon see. Anyway, as you can also tell from the scene, and with Mimikyu fighting against Ash's Pikachu, it is all happening at the Mega 50 Mark trial site, which might suggest Jessie does this trial and receives the Mimikyu Sea Crystal from the Mimikyu Totem Pokemon, which would be awesome if that's the case. In fact, what if Nanu refused to teach Team Rocket how to perform the Dark type Z move until they compete in one Ula'Ula Island trial and defeat him in a battle? Which is why Jessie is at this site. It's a possibility, and Acerola of course would be the one to show Jessie how to perform the Ghost type Z move due to her being a Ghost type trainer. Or you know, there's the other possibility of Team Rocket just finding out about this Ghost type Z crystal anyway and wants to get it for themselves, so Jessie is able to perform a Z move too with the Z ring. Either way though, like I said, this is just awesome and Team Rocket is so great in this series. Finally, for this scene though, like I said, Ash and his Pikachu are at this location. So what if they are trying to do the ghost trial too? It's the only possibility for why I can see them being at this location so far. But at the same time, I really do think Ash will do the observatory trial. I don't think he would do true trials as he only did 1 out of the 3 trials on Akala Island. Plus, in the Generation 7 games, you receive the Steel type Sea Crystal after the observatory trial along with the Electric Sea Crystal as the main prize. But of course, Ash already has the Electric Sea Crystal, so the Steel type Sea Crystal would be the main prize. And recent anime merchandise has suggested that an Alolan Sandslash will get a focus, which could mean Ash will catch one, which of course is part Steel type, and would be able to use that Z move in a battle. It all makes sense, if this is actually the case. We just gotta wait and see though. It's just confusing at the moment simply because of this ghost trial, so we've just gotta wait until this ghost trial episode finds out to see if Ash does the observatory trial or not. But once again, vote in the poll shown in the iCard of what trial you think Ash would do. I'd love to hear your opinions on that. For now though, I'm just gonna say I think Ash will do the observatory trial and he's just at the Mega 50 Mark trial for some unknown reason at the moment. Plus, the gang are bound to go to the observatory place anyway due to Kukri being friends with Molayne and Molayne being Sophocles' cousin, which this character got a pictured appearance in episode 67. It's bound to be foreshadowing, and it can help Sophocles' goal of wanting to meet Pokemon from outer space due to the location being heavily based on searching Pokemon in space. And it's just a good location for the classmates to learn stuff in a Pokemon school lesson. Whew, with that said now, let's continue on with the last scenes we see within this preview, which is pretty much just shots of the characters that will be in this arc. The first scene though must be Nanu and Acerola talking to Team Rocket in my opinion, during episode 73. This scene of Ash all fired up could be about the Island Challenge, as we all know he loves to compete in them. This scene comes from the Nanu and Ash battle most likely due to the background and the follow up of Lycanroc using an attack. And finally, this scene could be an ending of an episode where Ash's friends reward him for winning a trial. And that's all the preview broke down with my thoughts now. But seriously guys, this looks so awesome, you don't want to miss out on this arc. Now, before one of you comment though saying, we didn't see Ash's classmates throughout this preview, are you sure they will appear? And yes, I'm sure they will appear. A summary for the episode where Ash goes to Ula'Ula Island states that Ash and his friends are going there, which must mean that the classmates are there. The anime creators just for some reason didn't decide to include them within this preview. Besides, I think we all know that they won't serve any purpose to this arc, which I guess is a nitpick, but hey, at least we are getting action for Ash, which I know for a fact loads of you have been asking for. I'm super excited. In fact, do let me know in the comments down below what you think of this preview overall though. I'd love to hear. And of course, I will respect your opinions. Two final things before I sign off this video though. I want to mention that 1, if you haven't seen my Ultra Guardian arc theory, be sure to do that, as it contains some Ula'Ula Island goodness, and I'm just overall proud of the video, so it'll be much appreciated if you guys actually check it out. And 2, for you regular viewers, please do not expect any reviews coming out soon. I've recently been overwhelmed with a lot of stress, so I don't really want to make reviews at the moment, as they are the hardest things to make for this channel. Legit, they always stress me out. Originally, I was going to take a break from YouTube because of the stress and other very personal issues that made me, honestly, depressed a little, but this Ula'Ula Island arc preview has made me smile, so I want to keep talking about it so I can smile. Smiling is important for me right now, but just please guys, don't expect 2 to 3 videos coming out a week like I usually do. I need some personal time to get rid of this, sadness, so 1 video a week might happen. I'm sorry, just read this tweet that I'll show on screen and you will understand what I'm currently going through. It's sucky and I'm honestly sorry to do this to you guys, but yeah, that's how it has to be for now. Regardless, I'm sorry for getting a little personal there, but trust me, thanks to this Ula'Ula Island arc preview, I am smiling. I'm currently smiling right now when I'm even saying this. Like, it's just so awesome. Pokemon always makes me happy, so I guess I just gotta keep talking about the parts that I want to, which reviews are something I don't want to, so yeah. Anyway, I'll just end off the video here now. So, if you did enjoy this discussion, then please be sure to leave a like and a subscribe for future Pokemon content. It really helps me out a ton. It makes me smile. Anyway, for now, this is Entity Maze, signing out. Thank you for watching, and thank you for being amazing people.